Welcome to PB Garage, guys. We are just getting real close to 5,000 subscribers, and we're really excited about it. We thought it would be interesting to do a bit of a video so that you guys could get to know your hosts here on PB Garage. So what we've got going, we really enjoy the show Hot Ones on YouTube. You should have a look at it if you haven't. So in that kind of style, to pay homage to that, I figured we'd line up some hot sauces here. We've got some chicken wings, and we're gonna run through our mildest to hottest hot sauces here and answer some questions as we go. We've got some car related questions right here, and we thought it would be a fun little thing, so stick around. So we're starting out here. We've got sweet garlic habanero. It's a 5 out of 10. Oh yeah.
He's putting a lot on it.
Well, we're just getting started. Barry, do you want to lead us off? Grab a wing there. Grab a question.
Electric cars are inevitable. What kind of electric car would you see yourself driving in the future? Do I have to answer?
Eat your wing.
And then answer. He's in trouble.
Maybe we'll go a little lower on the sauce quantity next time.
We'll go easier on the sauce for you.
The easy
This
answer.
is the first one.
So this was the 5 out of 10 on the heat scale.
The answer is I'm not getting an electric car. I'm gonna fill up a massive drum of gas, and I'm gonna keep that in the basement and keep filling up my gas cars.
Blake, what do you think? Do you have anything in mind?
Me, nothing. I never even really thought about it.
Well, I like the electrics that have sort of a small battery and a range extender. That's definitely my kind of
so a
thing.
hybrid.
Yeah, so like an MX-30, the Mazda really interests me with the rotary range extender. To me, that's kind of where it should be because you're efficient with the battery and you don't have the worry of range, right? Because you can still load it up with gas when you want to. So here, Blake,
right.
why don't you get into that?
Would you rather a car be fast in a straight line and slow in corners, or the opposite? If I had to pick one, let's try this first.
You're to the...
Already. Yeah.
I love it.
I'm going to say fast in corners, slow in a straight line.
Yeah, quarter miles are for fast cars, and racetracks are for fast drivers.
Yeah.
All right, I'll move into mine. How's that there for you?
That's actually not that bad. That's nice.
Where should a newbie enthusiast spend their money first? And that's a good question. Maybe I'll get you guys to help me out with that one. What do you guys think? Tools, obviously. I mean, tools are a big one, right?
Tools and basic maintenance.
I was going to say, no one's going to like that answer.
No, I know.
Well, how many new people we see get into sort of the cars and whatever, and they spend a bunch of money on mods right away, and then the car breaks down 5 seconds later, and then they sell it. How many cars do we see in the junkyard,
Yeah.
right, that have all these new parts on it
Yeah.
and broken down?
So, assuming the car is in good condition, what would be the first mod?
Exhaust for me, for sure.
I was gonna say suspension. Nice set of lowering springs with good shocks or
Sway
coilovers.
bars and-
Or wheels. I'm a big wheel guy.
But wheels with a big gap in your, fenders is not really nice. Yeah, if you had $1,000 to spend, I'd say on some suspension. That'd be my guess.
All right, we've got Baja Mango and Habanero here. 6 out of 10, so we've gone up just only very slightly. Okay, I'll go easy on the sauce this time.
Maybe do one that has a little bit less.
That one's got a bit less for you. All right, round 2, let's go.
What's your favorite sounding engine of all time and why? Lexus LFA V10. That thing sounds so good.
You know what? I had other stuff in mind when I was thinking about that at first, but as soon as you said the LFA, I think you're right on the money.
Good hot sauce.
Oh, describe the job, event, person, or place that most influenced you to get into cars. You know what? For me, it was the magazine rack, like at the corner store, because, your parents would be shopping for something, or at the grocery store, they'd be shopping, getting groceries, and you'd be over at the magazine rack, like back in the day when we had magazines. And I would look up there and they'd have all these magazines. I was into off-road stuff at first. So like, I would look up there and they had like 4-wheel mag and 4x4 and all these different magazines that I would leaf through. And that's what really got me started into cars, I think. And into just, wanting to work on stuff, wrenching on cars, was like looking at all those cool things in the magazine. I don't know what it would be like nowadays, something similar, because the magazines don't really...
They still have chapters and stuff.
They still have them, but when's the last time that we went over and looked at one? Like, Never.
I've got a shelf of magazines upstairs that I flip through once in a while.
Yeah.
Old school magazines.
From back in 2002. Like, yeah.
A WeatherTech ad that had like no preformed WeatherTech mats. It was all just like the flat ones. It
Oh,
was
yeah.
before the
hilarious.
technology was.
Oh yeah, I forgot to eat my wing. Hang on. I'm getting into there. Oh yeah, that's mild.
Yeah.
If you could have any car to add to your collection right now, what would it be and why? There's no caveats on here like about price or anything like that.
Well, what are you doing here?
I'm just taking some of the sauce off. 'Cause I don't want to die. If cost was not an issue, I'd say a Ferrari F40.
Yeah, good choice.
Yeah.
It was the hot car when I was into cars back in the day, and it's still today like
Yeah.
an iconic car, highly desirable, very rare. It's the right combination of drivetrain, engine, looks,
Power.
performance.
It didn't have any,
just raw, like just
Raw.
you in the road. Yeah, no
raw
electronics.
engines.
McLaren F1 kind of be in the same category.
definitely.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could get behind that center driving position in that McLaren.
Yeah?
That would
That would
be
throw you off?
that would throw me right off.
I'll drive you around. You can sit behind me on the left.
Okay, so we'll head into round 3. That's easy. Yeah, it tastes like tomato sauce because there's no sauce on it. Put a bit more this time. Because the last one tasted like tomato.
It tastes like the medium sauce that's on it. I didn't mind it. To be honest.
Okay, round 3. We're into salsa roja and ghost. Ghost peppers sound nice and tame.
Oh, you didn't hold
It's
back
also-
either.
No, but it's all 6 out of 10 as well.
Are these sauces free game? I can dip in these?
Yeah, dip them all. Yeah, whatever you need.
That's gonna save me.
All right, I guess I'm leading off this one, right? What era in car culture do you think it would have been most exciting to live in?
I think like the 70s and 80s, maybe 70s.
Muscle car.
Muscle car area in any continent, right? Because you've got all the manufacturers going through. Sorry, that's your.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Your wing.
Oh yeah, get that wing. Give me the sauciest one. Which one's the sauciest?
They all look
Yeah,
saucy.
perfect. Okay. It's like tomato sauce. This one's super mild. Yeah, I think for me, I think probably the late 60s, early 70s, because I feel like back then you could buy a car, you could bring it home, you could do all of the maintenance with very little tools. You could really make big gains because back they used to buy them and they'd have like a 2-barrel carb on it. And you'd go like 4-barrel and make a ton more power. And then you'd get like the intake manifold with the like 6-pack, like 3.
Bolt-on
Yeah.
kinda parts or headers.
Yeah, it just seemed like tuning was way easier back then. Or wait, not easier, but like easier to get into as a newbie, right?
Yeah.
I feel like that would have been a fun time.
The only thing though is that they didn't have very many turbo applications
very
or
many
forced
turbo
induction options. It was all just
Big blocks.
big blocks, naturally aspirated,
Yeah.
candy
Yeah.
stuff. But I have an appreciation for that stuff as well. So, which project car are you most excited to build, whether you have it already or not?
Don't ask me that question. That's a big list.
I'll have to keep that one back in there for Sean to grab. You still smell bad, Sean?
I don't think it's that hot. It's not as spicy as I think the first one was hotter.
It scared me, the first one. I was like, man, if it's gonna get worse from here.
I'm gonna have to say it's gonna be my STK 2.7 build.
Yeah, that's the one you're most excited about, right?
That's got a lot of, well,
Yeah.
I was gonna say it's got a lot of potential, but then you've got stock rods, so do you think you're gonna be limited?
Well, I do. Oh, I just gave you my block. That's right.
Well, it's
Shoot.
just sitting there.
Well, that's okay. We got more 2.7 blocks in the big garage.
Yeah, there's something to go around.
Plenty to go around. And they come through the junkyard every now and then. We should probably start pulling all of them. Just so that we have lots to choose from.
But that's gonna be the most exciting one for me. It's just gonna be like a track car as well. It's gonna be one that I'm not gonna be too concerned about.
Streamed, yeah.
Yeah, that I can like mess up and. Whereas like all the other two cars, like the winter beater I have, I'm not gonna modify or.
I thought you were going to say the winter beater. I want to keep it nice.
Yeah.
The 2.0 turbo automatic
Yeah.
wagon V7. I want to keep that one stock, not mess
Yeah.
with it too
Keep-
much,
keep
not
it
get
as
too
clean as
extreme. Yeah.
But it's not gonna be a track star, right?
Yeah,
and then the RS4, I don't want to take that onto track just being what it is. So I want to get something on the track, and that 2.7 SDK is gonna be the answer.
The real answer for you would have been my B7 wagon, because that's all of them.
Vehicles,
Do you have suspension on that STK car?
I do not.
Are you gonna put suspension on it?
Yeah, yeah. I got some springs and sway bars, some big sway bars for it, so it's all just a matter of time and big brakes. But
yeah.
17Z.
Don't.
I just gotta take a little bit. It's still coated. It's still coated. If you want me to last till the end,
Yeah.
you're right.
What would be your ideal road trip? Where would you drive and what car would you take? I like to go up and down the west coast of the United States.
Like the, what is it, the PCH1 or whatever it is, the Pacific Coast Highway up there. I've driven that in a Dodge Ram.
Yeah, you've done it before.
It was a beautiful road. Not the car to do it in, though.
I'd do it in a Ferrari F355 convertible.
Yeah.
I don't like convertibles, but I'd do that one in a convertible with Jen.
Oh, isn't that sweet?
And do a wine tour, of course.
That's a good answer. I like that. I think. What about you, Blake? What's your like spot that you'd want to drive, and what would you want to drive there?
It's gonna have to have some twisty roads. So it'd probably be like in some sort of mountains, maybe like in BC or something like that, where you're going through the Rockies, and they got some pretty nice roads out there. And as for a car, not too sure what I'd take out there. It wouldn't be a convertible. You won't catch me dead in a.
Oh my God.
No sunroof either.
I'm not a convertible guy either, but for a sunny day cruise maybe.
For a scenic drive.
You know, when we were in Hawaii and we had the Ford, what was it? The Ford Mustang, yeah, the convertible. That actually wasn't too bad. Now that I'm thinking about it. Again, it's gonna have to come down to what Ange wants, which is probably gonna be a convertible. So
Yeah.
This was your question, not Ange's question.
But I agree. I think, for me, I drove through the Alps, and it was beautiful. I would love to drive there again. The roads there are amazing, and I would do it in like a Targa Top 2JZ Supra. So you have that beautiful sound of the 2J and like the nice mountain roads and stuff. And it's a lot of like hairpins, point and shoot up the hill and stuff. So you'd be able to get on it a little bit. I feel like that would be fun. Yeah.
If you need the block back, you can grab it back
yeah,
for your version 2.
yeah.
Are you doing a version 2?
Well, I'm gonna have to do.
We gotta do a version 1 first.
yeah, exactly. Let me get past that one.
Are you gonna go to version 2 before you start?
No. I'll run version 1.
Oh, okay, then build
keep
the
it
motor.
tame, yeah, and then
Gotcha.
build version 2, and then blow up the motor.
Whoa, this one's really liquidy. Sorry, guys.
Did you shake 'em?
I'll do. I did shake it really good, but it was. This is wild blueberry and scorpion. I didn't know scorpion was a hot pepper, but
Factor.
maybe they're actually using scorpions. I don't know.
What project car are you working on right now? Fuck, I just rolled it in some more. Shit. I should have shaved my mustache. It's not bad at all.
See, wild blueberry, 7 out of 10, no problem.
Project car that I'm working on. I think everybody knows it's the SDK. Whether
Well, working on storing.
working on.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that come up. Recently picked up that B7 RS4, so that's been
getting some attention.
that's gonna get a lot of attention in the garage, unfortunately. I mean, fortunately, but unfortunately for the
Yeah.
STK. But that's about all I have going on. I can't take it. I was about to buy a Q7.
What do you have now? Q5?
Yeah, so Anne starts a Q5, but her coworker's Q7 3-liter supercharger blew up, and he was only gonna get like 10K for it.
Right.
The option.
So you were like, sounds like a great deal to me.
This sounds like a Porsche Cayenne
Yeah.
deal all over again.
Exactly.
Oh, I started getting flashbacks. Couldn't find an engine for it, so I declined the project.
Oh, thank goodness. Yeah, well, the 3.0Ts, a lot of them are blowing up right now. Braden was saying, like, a lot of them are just dead, and so there's no motors for them.
They either the chains on the back or the piston rings go, so that he lost compression on his.
Yeah.
So it's still, either you're tearing down the whole motor to rebuild it, or you find a good used one. I couldn't find a good used one less than like $10,000.
Oh, man, that's wild.
That's what I'm working on.
Is there going to be any progress this year?
I'd like to see some progress this year. I have to, right? There's not much left to it. A little bit of wiring, and I got the swap board, so that's going to be a plug and play affair.
Yeah.
I saw you had the Audi Ueno thing
Yeah.
for the fan control.
Exactly. So I should be able to get some progress this year on it.
All right, I'm gonna dig in here, dive into my question, and then dig into this wing. If you had to buy a brand new car for under 100,000, what would you buy and why? I'm kind of like, I'm torn because I'm not super jazzed by a lot of the new cars that are out. I think, okay, that being said, I would say under 100K, it would be the Supra manual, the new Supra 3-liter straight six manual.
They're sub $100,000.
Yeah, they're like 78 last time I looked. I mean, 78,000 Canadian plus, whatever. It's probably pretty close to 100K by the time you're paying tax and everything. But I think that's the only one that's kind of exciting to me. Like, nothing in the Audi lineup is manual anymore.
Yep, no.
So that's kind of off the docket for me. Nissan 400, I'm not really a big Nissan guy.
Oh, that's the 300ZX replacement.
Yeah. There was a couple in between.
You're right, the fair lady.
But you're right. It has those Z32 like taillight look thing. Yeah. What else is exciting? Like GR Yaris, GR 86.
I priced out an S6 the other day. It's automatic, but that's a nice new luxury car with a bit of power. Like if you're just cruising, going on long road trips, that would be
road trip car.
that'd be a nice road trip car. Because I got the S4, I got the BMW. Like those are kind of modified fun cars. So something that you can go on a long road trip in. An S6 would be nice.
That's enough. What do those go for?
100 grand.
100
Like
grand?
just under.
Just-
I priced like the base was like 99.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Oh, that sauce is nice, eh?
Is it terribly hot?
No, it's really not.
I'm not even gonna shake it off this time.
That's good. Don't worry, we got your back.
What are you gonna do? How do you get my back? You gonna give me the...
We're gonna let you know. We would have told you if that one was spicy.
Oh, thanks.
Describe your ideal daily driver. Which brand model, and what would you modify?
Daily driver.
So that's like ideal, like no holds barred, whatever it is. Put a price cap on it.
Yeah.
Daily driver in Canada means you gotta drive it in the winter as well. Unfortunately, it'd have to be all-wheel drive. It'd have to be standard. Giselle's a good contender. Yeah, that's Jen's car. B9 A4.
You guys have seen that thing on the channel getting what is that, Unitronic?
Unitronic Stage 1.
Yeah.
Gave it a full detail. That's a nice car. Good interior. Handles well. We're gonna put some lowering springs on that.
Oh, right.
Yeah, and some spacers to improve the stance a little bit. Yeah, that'd be a good one. I was thinking the S4 version, a B9 S4.
Yeah.
But they don't have them in stick, I don't believe. So yeah, I guess it would be the B9 A4 with a pile of mods. I would look at some turbo mods, suspension. I think they got some eliminator kits, like bolt-on turbo stuff, downpipe, all that. So bring it up to like 450 horsepower. That would be a nice daily driver. Reliable,
you're right. At that
comfy.
power level,
yeah,
for sure.
got all the amenities inside.
All the
So
gadgets,
that'd be fun.
A lot of sauce again, Sean. You keep dialing it back, or you think you're dialing it back?
No, but that one was easy. That one's like not even spicy.
I couldn't eat. Yeah, that wasn't even anywhere close.
I could eat that all day.
Unless the first
one
one
was
like
very good.
set.
The first one was hotter than it lets you believe, I think. Yeah.
What's your favorite car movie? What car movie was most influential?
Ronin.
Ooh, for
The,
you?
the E34 and the S8. Those cars sold me. I got the E34 and I got an S4, but same vintage.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt.
Gone in 60 Seconds for me. And it was probably the Ford Mustang that they had in there that was the most influential and probably got me in.
Eleanor. Yeah.
Probably that got me into the whole car scene. I watched that movie so many times. Oh my god.
Do you have a poster of Nicolas Cage in your room?
I do. And she hates it.
You know what? Gone in 60 Seconds was a big one for me too. That one was like one of the because it was so car based, right, or car focused, and you know, obviously the original Fast and the Furious, because I remember going to that one
That's right.
and like ripping out of the parking lot. But it wasn't the, I don't know if it was the most influential, because Gone in 60 Seconds was, I feel like, before.
Well before.
And that one had so many cars and just like the sounds and the driving and the chase scene with Eleanor. And I was like,
Yeah.
it was wild, right? And then Fast and the Furious, the original one, kind of reinforced that. That was the one that really got me into tuning, I think,
Yeah.
more so. Because like, you went and saw that one. I remember I took a Ford Ranger to the movie theater, and I left the movie theater and I was like, "Woo!" with the Ford Ranger 4-cylinder, right? Because like,
Inner demon.
yeah, because it just, you know, there was nothing like it at the time. Like nowadays, I feel like the Fast and Furious movies are not the same,
No,
right?
they're-
So for kids coming up now, they don't get that. But
Yeah, it's an action movie now, right?
yeah.
Is what it is.
back then, that movie was something else. It was like a game changer.
Well, and we were right in that age too. We were getting
Yeah,
into
16 years
cars,
old, I think,
16 in
when-
high
when-
school, and
Yeah.
that one's got some more jam on it for sure.
It has some more jam, yeah? Perfect.
That's 8.
You know, this would have been a good question for you. Which car have you owned that was the least reliable, and why?
That's definitely the Cayenne.
Is it the Cayenne? You
Oh my God, that's got to be the least reliable car we've had out of everything.
How many times did you have the engine out?
Twice in 1 year.
Okay, but how many times did you like overhaul the engine? Was it
1
just
year.
twice?
Yeah, it's just the twice.
Yeah, he drove it like 18 kilometers. The first one.
I mean, hold on. To be fair, a part of that was my own doing, right?
So you
Yeah.
can't really fault the Cayenne
I mean,
or the
I can still fault the
VR6.
Cayenne for that.
Well, what is your most?
Well, I'm thinking about it. You know, That's a good question.
A lot of Ladas, but they've been reliable for you.
They were okay. Yeah, I had Lada Nivas, and growing up when I was young, and they actually were not reliable. But the thing was, if you had a 13 millimeter wrench, you could fix just about everything. So they were reliable in the sense that I didn't have much downtime because something would break and I'd fix it in 5 minutes and away I went again. I think those would be the least reliable. Yeah. And I mean, you can't really get them anymore, so it's irrelevant. But yeah, that would be at the time. How about you, Barry?
I was trying to think. Mitsubishi Lancer.
What?
Must have been the previous owner.
Oh. I didn't have that very long.
You had a Prelude?
My first car, yeah.
1986?
7, I think it was. Yeah, red, 2-door.
Those are cool cars.
Yeah.
Did you have a Ford Probe too?
No, that was the guy I worked for.
All right, Barry, get into your question.
How'd you find the sauce?
The sauce is good. It kind of gets you after. Like while you're eating it, it's okay.
Which car do you most regret not buying when you had the chance?
Yeah, there's so many. Okay, I have an answer for that one. While you think about it and eat your wing. There was a gas station I used to drive past when I was going from my parents' place to my place back in the day. I was like 22, 23 years old maybe. And that would have been in like 2006. And I used to drive past this gas station. It was like this old gas station, had a bunch of used cars parked in the yard, and they had a Supra for sale. Mark IV Supra, okay. Not the twin turbo, it was NA, but it was manual. And the guy offered it to me for $3,500. And it was like in rough shape. Like the body wise, it was okay, it was solid, but like a bunch of the plastic was broken, the headlights were faded, like it would have needed the interior, some of the stitching had come apart, whatever. And I was like, $3,500 is too much. I offered him $2,500, he didn't take it, and I didn't buy it. And now, that car'd be, I don't know, 50,000 even in that condition.
In the same condition.
Yeah. So, and not just for the money side of it, but like, it's because I wouldn't go out and buy a car like that now for that kind of money. So had I bought that thing at the time, I would have one, but I don't.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a car I've walked away from, but I almost walked away from the S4.
This one?
Yeah, and that's the car I wanted for a long time, for 20 years. And when it came up for sale, I saw it online, messaged the guy, he told me about the engine problem, the low compression, and I walked away from it. I gave it a week, and I was like, I came back to the Kijiji ad, it was still there. I said, I'll message him again, and then we negotiated a deal, and that all came through. But I'd forgotten about it for a week, and I just happened to come back to it. And I'm glad I did, because if I didn't, I mean, I love the car, it's in great condition, it's a lot of fun.
Such a nice example.
Those B5s are so hard to find, especially one in that condition. Like,
The wings are good.
That's still the same engine, eh? That's got the low compression on it?
No, that's a different engine.
That's the one over there in that plastic bag if you want it.
Oh,
That's the original engine.
is it? Okay.
Plans for that?
I was going to bore it out and do oversized pistons.
Okay. Version 2.0.
yeah.
So,
you
yeah.
got two version 2.0.
Yeah, there are options. But if you want that back, I'll just do that one.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm in no rush for any extra engine kicking around.
Not if you're going to start having Q7s kicking around. You're going to have to save lots of space for.
I thought I found an engine for $5,000 with like 60,000 kilometers on it. It just never got back to me, so I'm like, just send it to the auction. I don't need the headache.
I'll go a bit easier on this sauce.
We're getting up there, eh?
We're almost there.
Oh, did I show the last one to the camera? I don't think I did.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So the last wing that we just did, Black Cherry and Reaper, and now we're doing Stargazer, which I don't even know, but it's a 9 out of 10. It says ultra hot, so I'm sure it's fine.
Should we take a commercial break? We can roll through if we got to.
We've only got a couple more sauces.
Let's do it.
Hammer down,
Yeah, go Barry.
and then we'll do bonus questions and bonus wings
And
if we want
bonus
to,
sauce.
and bonus sauce.
Well, somebody's got to tap out first, right? That's what really.
should. You're
Yeah. Whoever taps out first.
Wings and the bomb until we tap out. Barry's like, I'm tapped out already.
It's because I put the white sauce on, so it numbs when you go in,
Entry.
and then like after I can't even talk. It's like
It numbs it when it goes in, but then once it's in there,
describe your dream lineup: one daily, one racetrack driver, one car to take out on sunny Sundays for a street rip and car show. Daily driver. What I'd actually do is maybe a B5 wagon.
Yeah.
because I don't really like the B6 body style, so I think I'd go down to a B5. That'd be my daily.
So B5 wagon.
B5 S4 wagon, racetrack, something rear-wheel drive. Again, something fast, something that handles well. I'd do a BMW M3. I would do an E46. That's still old school. Got some style. Oh man, these are really hot. Yeah, that's what it would be. NA, no big mods, just something nice and reliable you can pound on. Inline six,
okay.
yeah. Sound nice. And then something I'd take to the car show, be a nice E34. Yeah, I'd restored. Yep, this car. Maybe not this, exact configuration, but
Right.
an E4. Oh my god. These are really hot. Yeah.
I'm glad I extra sauced them.
Yeah, I'd do an E34.
We might need to replenish the non-alcoholic
Yeah.
beer.
Do we have the non-alcoholic beers?
We do.
Yeah, let's stack them up here.
Yeah, let's do a quick 5-minute break.
Yeah.
This one caught me. Yeah. Was that the 9?
Yeah.
Was that the second last before that
Second
one?
last. There's one more and then the bomb. You're almost there, Barry.
Yeah.
You got this. Okay, I'll dive into here.
Get her.
We'll keep this train going down the tracks. If you could go back in time and buy one car brand new, keep it forever, what would you buy and why? A Mark IV Supra, for sure. Keep
Brand
it pristine, brand new, like the spec that I want. Keep it pristine and drive that thing.
I think
sure.
that's what's
Yeah.
key is specking out
Yeah.
a car like that to exactly what you want. I don't know how many options they had on the Mark
Probably
IV,
not
but
that much.
probably a Buick Grand National.
Yeah?
Yeah, roll that right out the
Alrighty, man.
showroom.
That's a good car.
And yeah, that's the one of the dream cars too, right? It's on the bucket list, so it'd be cool to see one of those in the showroom and take that out and roll that off a lot. That'd be cool.
Maybe a Lamborghini Diablo of some sort.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, good choice
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
I hadn't even thought about exotic stuff. Diablo? You think would be the one?
Yeah. From like the 90s, like something cool.
Yeah.
Countach for me if it was a Lambo.
I was just thinking Countach, and he said Diablo. I'm like, I think it'd be Countach for me.
There you go.
Yeah, that's it.
That's the one.
Everybody had that poster.
That is a bit spicier.
Yeah.
It's breaking you down, eh? I'm in trouble. I'm gonna have to shake mine off a little bit because I can't do a full tilt like the last one. I'm gonna be on the floor crying.
We'll do less. I'll do less sauce on the next one.
Well, the next one is gonna be like a drop. Don't put more than a drop than that one. I know you're not gonna do it, but the eyebrow when it goes up, I know you're lying.
You know what? I'm gonna need a little bit of the.
Oh really?
The sauce.
You're tapping into the sauce already?
Well, I'm just gonna. Oh, fine.
Ease up, like just saying. If you
I'm putting the lid back on. I'm putting the lid back on. You eat that wing. It's your turn.
Okay, done.
Here we go. Describe your dream garage.
Get that one.
eat that one.
Don't jab it.
There's a lot of sauce on this one.
What was your question?
What's your dream garage? What kind of tools would you want in it?
All of them.
Parking versus working on cars? Would you have some showroom area and then some lifts?
It's definitely gonna have lifts. I'd like a couple lifts because there's always long-term projects, mid-term projects, short-term projects, maintenance. Nice epoxy floor, something we can have a wash bay in, a little detailing area kind of thing. It's all enclosed, proper lighting,
What about a living room area or loft area
Yeah,
where you can
just give
hang
me-
out garage days?
couches, maybe like a pool table or foosball table, a little bit of a wet bar, and nice big open space. Like it'd have to be, it's gonna house like 20 cars at a time kind of thing. Yeah, that's
So the one you
definitely spicier.
the one you found hot was the one I had, and that was hot. Is it all the same one just
We
now?
all just had the same one.
Okay, yeah, it was hot, eh?
Yeah, that definitely took it up a notch.
Yeah.
All right, boys. Just a couple more. Oh, you're in the cucumber. Cucumber land. That's good.
Not too much on mine. I don't
No, I'll put it just a
Oh
little
my
bit. Oh, I can't control it very well.
There you go. That's good.
I'm starting to get like flashbacks to the habanero.
That was a time. Oh my goodness. Don't worry, just two more. This one and one more.
Which cars do you think are most underrated or misunderstood by our generation? So, like our generation.
I know, okay, I'll tell you, I'll lead it off. Because I had a car in mind when I wrote that question. It's hot, right? I was thinking the Dodge SRT4. Because remember when it came out, it was like 2002 or whatever, and there was nothing. There was like no fast cars. There was like a Ford Focus. Naturally aspirated 2-liter was like the hot ticket in that time. Maybe not overall because I didn't really have an eye on European stuff back then.
Yeah.
But the SRT4 came out, it was like 240 horsepower, turbocharged.
Yeah.
It was a neon, but it was like bright yellow, hood's coupe, red brakes. Like,
Yeah.
it was such a cool car in the time. And I feel like it was totally underappreciated.
Yep, and I drove one of those back when they came out.
Yeah.
My buddy was working at a car dealership, and he brought one by the hobby shop where I was working, and he let me drive it, and I had it in first gear. Pulled out of the parking lot, and I just gave it, and I was blown away, like, you know, front wheel spinning.
Yeah.
Slammed the second gear. I think I ripped the shift knob off or something like that, and I didn't know what to do. It was like, you know, redlining and just like, oh my god! But it blew me away. It was like the fastest car I've driven at the time. Yeah.
Can you think of anything back from then? Like,
Not really like.
I feel like DSMs were kind of slept on back then too, right? Like the Eclipse,
Yeah,
the
the
Talon,
Eclipse, the
and the
Evo.
Laser, right?
Yeah.
Like those things were fast, and not many people really knew about them. I feel like they gained
Popular.
You know what was good back that day was the turbo 5-cylinders, like the 2.2 liters in the S4, S6.
Well, and that's the thing. I never really had an eye on the European stuff back then, and I wish I did because there was a lot of good products with the 5-cylinder turbo,
Yeah,
right?
Eric had the S4.
Well, European market wasn't really that much of a scene in North America.
None of the big tuners existed back then. Like 034 was just getting on the ground, coming out with some cool stuff.
And all the JDM stuff had disappeared because all the Supras were gone, RX-7s were gone, like we never got GTRs, like all of those cool 300ZX was gone.
them.
They had all disappeared, and there was kind of this like lull in the late 90s, early 2000s. Make sure you don't touch it.
I know. I just touched my eye and I was trying to wipe it out. I don't know if I'm doing it any favors or not, but
Get the pressure wall.
Okay, well, get into your wing,
All right.
or here, I'll get into it while you're dealing with your eyeball.
is anybody else sweating?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
What tools in your garage can you not live without? That's so easy.
Air?
It's all my air tools.
Yeah.
Ever since I got air, like a big tank with a good compressor and all those air tools, my life's been so much easier.
When you're not strong enough to get the bolts off with regular tools, then you need the air, right?
Yeah, you're right. That's one that's been a game changer for me. And I know the electric stuff now is like good, but it's not as good.
Come a long way. There's not many times where I have to bring out the breaker bar anymore. Like, and I keep it all electric. But
Oh, that stuff isn't too bad.
No, much easier than the last one.
what's the most interesting place you've ever driven and why?
I'm gonna say the UK. I drove in the UK for a year, and that was a lot of fun. Yeah, a lot of small, twisty roads. Obviously, driving on the other side of the road in a standard car.
Hawaii.
Yeah, you like Hawaii. When you guys were on Maui?
Maui.
The highway to Hana.
Highway to Hana, exactly. That's
Particularly,
what we took, and that's what we had the Ford Mustang convertible in.
Yeah.
And it was just the amount of scenery, the twisties, the tight roads, like
That is
cliff face.
one of my
It was
favorites.
So cool. That
Yeah.
was awesome.
Yeah, the highway to Hana is a good pick. I wasn't even thinking of the highway to Hana, but I was thinking like the Alps or like the PCH. But highway to Hana is like
Really?
one of the good
that
ones.
tops the Alps even.
Pretty close. Yeah, I think I'd still pick the Alps if I was picking one or the other. But
It was
the highway to
short.
Hana was
it
like
wasn't
good.
you didn't have
Yeah,
long stretches to get onto, but it was
Yeah.
nice.
it's a nice road.
Nice cruising.
I'll go real easy on this one.
I had a really good drive to Loblaws the other day.
Yeah.
In the S4, yeah. I ripped the tires out.
Sometimes that's
Sean, you loaded those. I had like a tooth.
last
I'm not eating all that. I'm shaking mine off.
a little tap
The toothpick I had, I took like not even I put a toothpick in the jar and like literally like just wet my like a tiny part of my tongue and I was on fire. That's like 10 drops.
All right, I'll tell you what. Hang on.
Taking it off.
Well, just
Come
don't
on.
shake it too much.
I won't.
Give it a little shake. Don't shake it twice. 2 shakes, you're playing with it. So just 1 shake. Okay, that's enough. All right, pick a question. Let's all get into it together. We'll all eat them together. We'll be a team effort, and then we'll get through the get through the question.
Oh my god, that's a lot.
No problem. Yeah, we got this. Cheers, boys. Let's get the wings in here. Look at it. Don't get your white sauce all over my wing. All right.
Question.
This is the bomb beyond insanity.
What one current driving law would you eliminate if you could?
You know what? For me, it would be.
Oh god.
I would make it so that you could insure just yourself as a driver, not every car, because I have to insure so many cars.
Uh-oh.
All right.
I know this feeling. Been here before. But I didn't like it.
no. Thank
No?
you,
Are you
sir.
sure?
After you, sir.
Screw you guys, I'm gonna take it.
If you could make or change a driving law worldwide, what would you do and why? I would make the driving tests tougher and make people have to take them more frequently to weed out all the riffraff. Man, there's so many terrible drivers out there.
This is the last question.
Yeah.
There you go to so long. I can't even see it. If you could build your dream car from any chassis
Long question.
with any engine, any transmission,
in any drive configuration, front-wheel drive, rear-wheel drive, all-wheel drive, etc. Close bracket. And what would you create? OEM B7 RS4. And
So imaginative.
oh my god, I can't.
Blake.
No, honestly, I do love an inline 6-cylinder. The sound of the 2JZ. If I could put that rear-wheel drive format into the Buick LeSabre T-Type, that would be amazing.
Good choice.
Manual, that's it. That'd be the end game. God damn.
Breathing hurts.
Were you like trying to aspirate the foam?
I don't know what I'm trying to do.
You didn't even eat the whole wing.
I can't.
It's getting better.
Yeah, it's starting to come down. Okay, I'm gonna do mine. FD Arc 7, the chassis. As much as I love rotaries, no, okay, 20B, probably the best. Turbocharged 20B. I wouldn't, the FD transmission I did not like. I would somehow figure out how to put the feel of the like front wheel drive Volkswagen transmissions, put that feel. I know that sounds ridiculous, but they're so nice.
Because the only one I've driven is a Golf.
Yeah, that one's not a good one. It's not a good example. But I'd put that as a gearbox behind the 20B, so you have that nice easy shift, that nice quick feel. That would be the ticket. FD 20B, nice shifting. I'm trying to think of a like longitudinal. I mean, the Audi stuff kind of shifts similar. When you get a good one, OA3 is probably
real
like
nice
peak
transmission.
of what I've driven, anyways. O2X was actually nice feel wise.
Lexus makes some nice transmissions too.
Yeah.
The IS250 I had.
Yeah, that thing
did like-
have a nice gearbox, didn't
Nice and buttery. Not much power for that thing, but it's shifting nice. Is that it?
We all have our, no, you don't have peak chassis.
Yeah.
I lost the conversation there.
Peak chassis, peak engine, peak transmission.
Oh man, I'm partial to the old Audis. I like something small, not too big. The B5 is perfect. I'm plain boring.
Yeah.
I like the V8 though in Blake's car. I think feels really nice.
The RS4.
Yeah, but it'd be fun to turbocharge that.
Yeah.
I think that'd be cool. And then whatever standard transmission.
What's in that one? OA3 as well?
It's an OA3 modified a little bit for different gearing.
Good job, boys.
Yeah, that's it. Are we doing bonus questions and bonus hot sauce?
Yeah, bonus question, but we'll pick a nice. What, Blueberry and Scorpion was nice.
nice. That's a nice.
7 out of 10. All right. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for watching. We hope you've enjoyed this quick glimpse into our car preferences, I think, more than anything. Hope you've enjoyed seeing us eat these hot wings. If you're looking for something to do with the boys, I would highly recommend the bomb. Just slather that on. Just get a whole bunch in there, slather it on, stuff those into your faces, take the wings, shove them all over your lips, into your eyes, into your nose, whatever it takes. Get that hot sauce into you. Enjoy the feeling. It's a good little icebreaker.
Yeah.
When you're sitting at home with nothing to talk about with the boys. And hopefully we'll see you guys another time here on PB Garage. Thank you so much. Once again, 5,000 subs. That's why this video is even happening, which is wild. Like, we're just a couple of goofballs making some silly car videos. And yeah, thanks again, guys. Have a good one. Bye.
See you later.
Bye.
Woo!
My lips are on fire.
Yeah. I'm sweating a lot.
You ate the whole wing, didn't
I
you?
did. Did you eat the whole one?
Heck yeah.
Yeah, me too.
And who's the half-eaten wings?
No. This one's I gave the whole thing. See?
5 cars you don't own that you'd fill your garage with if you had $20K to spend on each. $20,000 doesn't go very far anymore.
It does.
On a car?
No, I don't mean brand new.
No.
I mean like new stuff. Or used stuff, sorry. FRS, I think I would have one of those.
No.
I think they're cool.
Subaru STI, but those are like $40K.
Well, if you go older, like an 09 STI would be like under 20, I think.
Yeah. That's what I was
Like
thinking.
not a mint one, obviously.
Yeah.
Like Brad's Bug Eye. If I could get that in STI format, like the Champion Blue, gold wheels.
I mean, we never got the Bug Eye STI in North America. You could import one for sure.
Oh, yeah, there was an STI.
No, there wasn't. Oh, there was, but not in North America. Yeah, yeah. We didn't. We got the Blob Eye was the first 0405.
Here's a question. The next mod that you're gonna do to your car,
Well,
your
which one?
yeah. I'm not talking like testing a new tachometer for your smart car. That's off the list.
I like it. It's in the Rabbit.
I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is.
Like to install or to acquire?
Acquire and install.
The next mod for me is doing the whole GTI conversion on the Rabbit. So I've got the bumpers, I've got the side skirts, I've got the 6-speed. So I want to do the 6-speed. I got to do some maintenance too. I want to do the Mark 6 exhaust manifold because it's like a longer tube, better for high RPM power. I have a short ram intake to put on it. So I'll do all the GTI like appearance mods. I have leather seats for it too.
Nice.
All the GTI stuff. So it'll basically be a GTI with a 2.5. And then when I put the manifold on it, the exhaust, and get the tune, like it'll be faster than a stock GTI, not like a tuned one, I think. But
The suspension's already done. So it's gonna be fairly well sorted at that point.
yeah, at that point it'll be like done.
B stereo on the B7 for me.
That's what I'm doing right now in the Avant. I've got some
yeah.
good stuff coming in.
Right.
Crutchfield is killing me.
Like
Telling you how.
a lot of options.
Credit card.
Oh yeah.
No, I've ordered some.
I spend too much time on there too.
I've ordered some speakers and deck for the wagon, and I'm looking at subwoofers. Just shopping right now, window shopping. But
What kind of subwoofer? You can do like the recessed one and the bigger.
there's a box, big box, 210s, big amp, 1000 watt.
Really?
Well, 800 watt.
I don't think I've ever seen you
Oh yeah.
with a subwoofer.
Oh, back in the day, when my first the Audi 90
Yeah.
Really?
I had a big woofer. I had a big woofer in that thing, and I loved it. Oh man.
I don't
And I've,
remember
and
that.
I've longed for bass in a car, like a good bass. So I've got like my carts loaded up in Crutchfield. I got kicker, two 10-inch comp powers, like two big things, and an 800 watt amplifier to power
It
them.
makes a big difference.
Oh yeah, I know. And the one I had back in the day was just like a Sony Explode,
Yep.
like 10-inch single, with a probably like a 200
sealed box.
200 watt. No, I think it was a ported, but
yeah.
it was like a really small amp. So I didn't realize the potential of the sub, but just having that bass in there was really nice.
Having that big driver makes a difference.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to building something half decent, and then it's all going to be stuff that I can transfer to the S4 once the wagon moves on. So like I got an amp for the door speakers. I'm going to transfer that.
Oh, so you got like a 4-channel amp,
Yep.
subwoofer amp.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, it's going to be a nice system. Like almost 300 watts just to the door speakers.
Serious.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the sub.
What kind of speakers do you go with?
I don't know, 6.5 inch, 100 watt RMS.
Okay.
But the amp's going to be 70 watt,
Yeah.
4-channel.
Where are you gonna stick all the amps? Are you gonna stick it in that like little false floor
Yeah,
between the
that's what I'm thinking.
Put it to like the backside of the
Yep.
yeah.
Well, because you have a little gap between the spare tire and the like floor in the
Yeah.
Avant, right?
I've always wanted a good car system. The S4 got the Bose, the Symphony with the Bose, which is nice, but like it's got its limits.
So connectivity, like to
Well,
Bluetooth,
that too, yeah.
GPS.
Connectivity is an issue, but also once you start you get used to it, and then you start trying to push it a bit more, and it starts to cut out.
Yeah.
And some,
Probably your speakers in that thing are probably ripped too.
oh yeah, they're just like the paper.
Yeah. All the B5s, they're ripped. Like,
Yeah.
you know what? Yeah. I got into the Cactus the other day, and Peyton was there, and we had the subs going in it, and I was like, man, I missed that. I need to have that too. It makes such a big difference.
So the reason why I got onto this, like, so I was just gonna do the speakers in the wagon.
Yeah.
Then I wired my second 10-inch sub in the home theater system.
Yep.
So I had two subs, and I cranked it. I'm like, oh, I need bass. So I went on Crutchfield subwoofers.
Yeah.
Well, I'm eating the 9 out of 10 one.
Oh yeah.
Are you?
They're spicy.
Yes.
Which one did you take? Stargazer or the other one?
Both.
Not even sweating or anything.
I know.
Right? You're just like, yeah, I'm just eating this. Like, blah, blah, blah.
Whatever.
I did.
Oh, you did.
No, toward the 9 out of 10. Yeah, not bad.
And it's hotter because it sticks more.
I'm like crying.
You like hot stuff?
That's what I'm gonna do.
Oh!
Right,
How
right,
many-
boys.
Good night. Gotta go.
How long are you gonna keep the Avant for?
Well, things are gonna change in September once.
Until a vacuum line comes off.
Right. Hard out.
Part out.
The jokes. I mean, I had it on the lift today because I was diagnosing a dead center of steering, like checking the rack and the tie rods, all the tie rod ends. But it's at the rack, I think, because I had like everything disassembled and it seems like it's the rack. Anyway, but I was joking, like, oh yeah, part out. So keep your eyes out. There might be some good parts coming up
Yeah.
on Kijiji soon.
Sweet. I'll take your sound system.
Yeah.
Where are all these from?
A place in Canada down like by Toronto.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here we go. Oshawa. Yeah. Because I kind of thought like it would be good to have Canadian, right?
Yep.
Because I ordered them. The bomb obviously comes from the States.
Honestly, the habanero pepper we did,
Hotter. Way hotter. Lasts longer.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the difference.
It was like
Hours. Why do you guys do this to yourself?
Yeah, is it not a good time?
You don't want to do tomorrow?
I had fun hanging out with you guys and talking about cars.
Yeah, we're gonna feel this.
rings of fire tomorrow.
No.
It is not.
It's happened once in the UK. I had hot stuff once, and the next day I didn't know what was going on, and I thought something was wrong with me.
Like, I gotta go to the
There
hospital.
goes the ER. Yeah.
That's funny. To me, it's a regular occurrence. I eat lots of spicy food.
I've been toning down the spicy stuff, just because like
No, I feel you.
jalapeno peppers, like I can't.
I get where you're coming from, but I'm like, if I just keep pounding it, it'll like, I gotta put it into submission, you know? Like, I gotta keep my tolerance out.
That's it. Otherwise, you lose it.
True. You build up a tolerance.
Yeah.
I don't eat a lot of spicy food, so.
Yeah. Well, that's it. And I had stopped for a while just because, like, whatever, I didn't have any or whatever. And then I remember eating something that was not that spicy and being like, oh, this is making my stomach upset. And I'm like, I gotta eat more spicy food.
My tongue is tingling now.
Yeah? Good.
That was number
So you should try to bomb since you're, like, immune.
Come over here and do it so we get it on camera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea, actually.
Not very
Well,
good.
in that case,
A special,
load up a wing.
special. We have a special guest coming in.
Really? Well, I have no feeling in my tongue from the last one.
Perfect.
Yeah, you won't feel this warm. Yep.
So we've got a special guest here. Barry's significant other here, Jen. She's going to try to bomb just to be a part. She's been in a couple of our videos, and she should definitely be a part of it. So she's going to feed it some bomb there.
Can you do a mic test? Test 1, 2, 3.
Test 1, 2, 3.
Can I adjust the audio?
What was the question? There's the question right there when you're ready.
If you have some still, yeah.
Which card do you most regret getting rid of?
Sylvia.
Then eat.
I still have
Is that the phone
Sylvia.
focus?
Yeah.
Not a car, but my Ninja ZX636. I missed that car, that bike. Ruby Sue was
And then continue
a
the
good.
answer.
I feel like
Circumstances were such that I had to get rid of it.
Here's flip that thing over. We'll
I still have some right there.
you know.
Oh.
No, not that much. Not that much. You're getting.
Are you trying to kill me?
No, I want you to have a good time.
But you're not
I'm
reacting
having
from
a
the first bite. That's the weird
my
thing.
first bite. You didn't like the reaction. Okay, I'll have a second bite then.
Excellent.
Right where Sean put all the sauce.
Doesn't take long.
I can't have her showing us up like
That's what I mean.
I don't believe.
Oh yeah.
How you doing with that?
Jeez.
You did taking like a champ.
We're not gonna put this on YouTube. No.
cut.
It's a bit spicy.
Really?
Almost dying from like 2 drops.
My right here is a little numb
Yeah.
because the sauce touched my lip
Yeah.
as I was trying to eat it.
Yeah, blow my nose.
I have tremendous respect for your game right now. Your ability to suppress what I'm sure you're feeling is really impressive.
It's getting worse. It's a slow burn.
Perfect.
It's a slow burn,
Yeah.
Okay.
but it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be after watching you guys.
It's funny. There's some people on that Hot Ones where they'll do.
It doesn't even phase them.
It doesn't phase them. The exact same reaction. They'll sit there and there's like,
It's spicy.
"Yep, that one's spicy.
It
Certain
is.
spices affect you and don't.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Like me, it makes
what I
me
mean?
sweat and react all differently, and then some people that just
I'm getting warmer.
okay.
And she licked her fingers.
I know, right?
Well, and Sean didn't think I put enough, so he put more on.
I did. You're a machine.
If you saw how much I put on the toothpick and I only like licked off half, it had like this minuscule amount and my mouth was on fire.
I did it.
Nice work.
I'm very impressed.
Yeah. I'm slightly disappointed in ourselves.
I'm really disappointed in us.
But nobody tapped out.
No.
I mean, Barry tapped out. But
Oh my God.
I put a lot of the white stuff on.
Yeah.
My lips are burning.
Excellent. Glad to hear it. I made a mistake of touching my nose with a napkin. Now I've got.
It's worse on my lips because you put so much on that one spot. And then as I was biting it, it went all over my lips.
Good.
To get from yours to ours?